phone is Congressman Mike Quigley.
Congressman, thanks so much for joining. We really appreciate it. President Obama called this terror and an act of hate. And we know that the shooter called 911 and pledged his allegiance to ISIS. ISIS claiming responsibility. Is that what you are hearing? Do all signs point to ISIS, Congressman?
Well, it points to an ISIS inspiration. It doesn't point to, ISIS sending this person here. Obviously, he's American-born. So the concern is obviously the fact that while terrorists are having a hard time getting people on American shore, they're having an easier time inspiring people to commit these acts who are already here.
Congressman, you represent a lot of the LGBT community in the Chicago area, in the 5th District. What words would you say to them?
That we are standing together, that, this is Pride Month, and there are a lot of activities that are coming up very soon, including, arguably the largest LGBT parade in the country. And those activities will take place, and we're going to keep the participants safe. We're not going to act out of fear. We're going to act together.
Congressman, the Chicago ATF is saying the guns tracing the Orlando shooting, a .22 caliber AR-type rifle and a 9mm semi-automatic pistol, those were legally purchased. We're also hearing from officials. How frustrating is this that someone who was indeed in the mix, someone who the FBI had some history with, they interviewed him, he was able to go out and legally purchase the guns that were used?
Yeah, it's beyond madness. I mean, first of all, even if he wasn't someone on the radar, no one needs a weapon like that, a similar weapon to Sandy Hook, to protect their home or to hunt deer. They're not hunting, they're hunting people when they have a weapon like this. And the way the law reads, even though I've sponsored the amendment to change it twice, it's called the terror gap. Even if this person was on a terrorist watch list, a no-fly list, he still could have legally purchased this with a background check. The GAO has said that that sort of thing has happened hundreds of times over the last few years. Even more frustrating, the fact that even if that law was in place, across America, people can go to gun shows, and even if they're felons or adjudicated mentally ill, or we are firmly convinced that they are a terror threat, they can go to a gun show and purchase these kind of weapons without a background check whatsoever.
Well, a few seconds left. Congressman Quigley, yes or no? Do you think things will change in the gun control issue?
I don't mean to be the pessimist, but with the savagery of Sandy Hook and nothing changing at all, it's hard to believe that this will change their hearts and minds. We're going to try.
All right, Congressman Mike Quigley, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Senator Mark Kirk, he also weighed in.